Good morning, Facebook. How y'all doing this morning? We are coming out of Proverbs chapter 25, verses 9 and 10. Before we start this morning, though, I just want to let you all know that this is a real touchy text here, because we've all been through this and all was influenced by this at one point in time in our life. So if you're listening or if you're watching, I just put the hard copy up first. So can't watch this, read that, and I'm pretty sure you'll understand where I'm coming from. That that this will play a big part in someone's life. So be careful of what you say. Because it can affect somebody in a negative way. But we're going to go ahead and jump right on into it, because I think I'm running a little bit late this morning too. I never know how the day going to unfold. But verse 9 says, debate your cause with your neighbor, and discover not a secret to another. Verse 10 says, lest means fulfill that. Lest he that hears it ponders thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. Now, what these two scriptures are saying is, if you got a problem with somebody, go to that person yourself. Don't go telling other people what kind of problems you got with somebody. If you got a beef with Joe Blow or whoever, go to Joe Blow. If you generally got a problem with somebody, you ought to be man enough or woman enough to go to that person. Don't throw the rock and hide the hand, so to speak. Tell somebody else what you're gonna do or what you ain't gonna do, or this person did that. You go to them. That's what a real man or a real woman would do. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna come to you. Let's see, can we resolve this? Because we don't need to get anybody else involved, because it wasn't between everybody else. It was between you and me. So this is what you need to do. You need to go to that person, and that person alone. I don't care how bad you want to tell your friend or whatever. Just go to that person alone, because y'all can be able to resolve it in a much more calmer and civilized manner if it's just you and them. Because when there's a crowd around and when there's more people, we tend to get hyped up or big chested, as you will, because we got a crowd there. We got somebody we can put on a show for. So if it's just you and that person alone, you'd be less likely to put on a show or to act outside of your norm. But what this does, when you go tell somebody else, then a rumor gets spread around, and the rumor couldn't even be true. It could be a false rumor. But nevertheless, it's getting spread. And what you told somebody else is not what that person's going to hear. And so they're going to think that, well, that's not what happened. And they talking about me and this and that third. Now they talking to somebody else about you and what you doing wrong. And see, that's going to get spread around. And the only thing that's going to happen is somebody's feelings going to get hurt, and their character is going to get destroyed. And who knows, who knows what state of mind that person is in. You only can speak for you. You only know what kind of state of mind you're in. You only know what you can take and what you can't take. Who knows, that person could be going through a bad divorce with his parents, could have been lost one of his best friends, or could have broke up with his girlfriend, or it could have been any different variables or things that has that person unstable, that's not really ready to handle any more, sorrow or heartache. And that could lead to things like a kid coming to school with a gun. Kid coming to school with a gun, that's hurt on the inside. All they're thinking about is doing something crazy. They really not focusing on what's going on and what's the reasonable thing to do, because they've been hurt so much and they've been destroyed so much by other people. They just they feel like there's no hope. So this is what we need to really realize when we say something bad. People are crazy. I mean, you don't never know how you will affect the person until you you really just sit down and assess, the damages after it's done, but then it's too late. So to avoid all of that, just go talk to that person and that person alone and be done with it. And you won't have to worry about it. You'll feel better. At least you'll feel better, Regardless of what they feel, you've got that off your chest. You feel better about it. You go on with your life, Now, if they decide to spread a rumor or whatever, you go to them again. Like, look, I just talked to you, man. You talk, So why is this going on? But don't go to other people, because going to other people only adds more fuel to the fire. So Facebook friends, I encourage you. Don't do this. Don't. I mean, even though I've done it myself, and it's something hard to break. It's hard to break, but it can be broken. Anything can be broke. Believe it, anything can be broke. So y'all, don't do that. If you see or feel yourself beginning to do something like that, just step back. Just step back, because it's in your mind. You know what you're doing. You think about anything you do before you do it, regardless of how long you think about it or how short you think about it. You still think about it before it's done. So just take a moment to step back before you decide to spread something about somebody else. And it's not gonna hurt. Just to walk away. It's not. Some of the best battles are won by walking away. So y'all, I encourage y'all, Facebook friends, be encouraged and encourage others. I love y'all. Got to get ready for work. I'll talk to y'all again later on, I guess tomorrow morning. Bye.